This thing, I think, is probably around 40 pounds. Maybe less. Oh, dude.
Did it slip right in like a puzzle?
Oh, man, that's perfect. Good. Holy crap. So I dropped it in, guys. These bolt holes right here line up perfectly. I didn't have any bolts in this, but all I got to do is bend this out a little bit, and voila, there's your bolt holes. Man, that was easy. Hey guys, welcome back to Fire on the Hill. My name is Matt. Today I got a big upgrade for you guys, something I was telling y'all about with this Chinese processor. If you look right here, you see this lovely silver metal right here, guys. My welder and I put our heads together, and we think we found a solution to the problems with this conveyor. The first problem being, with these multi-wedges, so much wood's coming off that it's just too narrow of a channel. Second thing is the conveyor is smaller than the chamber, the split chamber, which is a problem. Usually you'd want your conveyor to be wider than the split chamber so it has more room for the wood to pile. And then lastly, we took care of all the little holes where they were actually big holes, but we took care of all the big holes where the wood was falling out on the side of the conveyor. And lastly, we put these 1-inch tubing bars here, hopefully to have the wood fall off right here and not actually dump down into the bottom of the conveyor where it can get stuck. So guys, this thing is a huge upgrade. I'm ready to use it. Unfortunately, it's been raining all day and it might start raining right now. And I was trying to do this when it wasn't raining so it wouldn't get so rusty, but we might as well jump into it. Y'all can see the muddy mess we're dealing with. It is 36 degrees, so it's not really warm. I'm hoping this thing's warmed up where it's going to put food in it. Oh, also guys, my new measuring device here. I copied this off of somebody. They had a screen here, so I used this instead. It's a lot easier to do. This is all poplar wood. Unfortunately, it's not the prettiest. The bark is falling off, so it's going to get it messy. hold the log like this is so it doesn't fall in once it gets short. There's nothing holding it. Have some spillage here, guys. I was worried about this, but I think what we're going to do to build to make this better is we're just going to go to angle like this and shoot it back in the conveyor. I didn't know if it was going to go up that high, but obviously it is. Another thing to point out that is working, it's not going down into the side of the conveyor right there. Everything's stopping right there, waiting for it to exit. guys, we ran a log deck through. Some of these were, I'd say 12-inch, 13-inch pieces. They were big, obviously, with 8-way. So when making this thing, we thought about putting corners on this before, but I really didn't want to try to force anything if we didn't have to. So we were trying to see if this was going to work, and of course it didn't. So obviously we're going to have to enclose this. We're going to have to bring this up further and force the wood onto the conveyor. The good news is it seems to be wide enough because none of this really bent or anything, right? The other good thing is no wood fell down in there and got stuck. You don't see any big pieces on the motor around there. Everything that came off these end pieces, which, like I said, we were just hoping we didn't have to do that. Y'all could see with this 8-way how much wood that splits. That is a ton of wood coming off such a small conveyor. The conveyor is 100% the issue. If this was going on to a wider conveyor, there would be no issues. Well, guys, this is obviously a trial run. That's why I didn't have anything painted yet, just to make sure everything worked. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.